So unprofessional. A new bombshell has struck the villa.
Hello,
a second
Islanders.
bombshell.
Hello, Islanders.
Hi guys, welcome. You guys were probably like, there was a guest episode last weekend. What the hell is another third secret person doing there?
She's not a guest. She's a freaking
Connoisseur.
Love Island connoisseur.
She is the specialist we brought on board for this all exclusive, only focusing on the Love Island season that we're enduring.
We're not talking about anything else.
Yeah.
Not a thing.
So if you're really fucking scared about not hearing about our life for a week, well, stay scared. Boo.
This is how all my coworkers have felt since June 3rd, by the way.
I don't get it.
They're all very annoyed. All I do at the office is talk about Love Island. So,
Oh, I thought you were talking like pride.
Oh.
Because you're gay.
So this
No.
is a friendly and warm introduction to Camille.
Camille Hobson!
Camille is our sexy lesbian representation on the podcast. On the podcast because Jaden no longer is.
Yeah. So.
'Cause
Well,
she-
she's actually going to be bisexual today, though.
I'm
So.
going to get very
Yes.
bisexual on this podcast.
Which I'm
today.
really confused as to how you are going to get bisexual because,
There's not a lot to get bisexual about.
yeah, it's making me question
As
my
a
sexuality.
woman. Yes.
Well,
Yes.
isn't that all that is? Bisexual is just like being really attracted to women and then kind of ignoring the men.
I
Well,
guess so.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
No.
At least the
well,
way I interpreted it.
That's
when
it.
I thought I
because
was.
In the perfect world.
you're a lesbian.
No, yeah, in
No,
the
it turns
perfect
out.
world.
Turns out.
Okay, wait. Well, before we get into it, in honor, Camille and I have a bottle of champagne to pop.
Welcome to Love Island.
Babes, you look stunning.
can I pull you for a chat?
Of course, babe.
Okay, now we can lock. Now we can lock the fuck in.
Beautiful. I've honestly been waiting for this. I feel like I've been waiting to simulate Love Island since I began watching it, which, by the way, was actually I've seen like all of the episodes of UK up until
I was gonna ask if
All
you've
of
seen
them?
Good.
everything.
I switched to USA season 6 because last year was incredible.
I heard.
And now that there's hype in the United States, I felt like I had to tune in over here. But honestly, UK
Stay
like
loyal.
It's usually
UK still
just
holds
better.
the crown a little
Yeah.
bit.
Well, it's originally UK. Like that's
Yeah.
how it started, right?
Yeah.
And like the earlier seasons, they were doing like fucking debauchery. Like the people had dab pens,
Also,
they were
were
hitting
having,
vapes, they were like,
isn't there, what season was it where they were having sex like over the, like outside of the covers?
Oh,
Oh,
season 1 and season 2, there were no laws back then. There were no rules. They could talk politics, and it didn't really matter because they were all a little bit dumb.
Right.
So,
Well, see, so I haven't watched any of Love Island other than this season, so that's why Camille's here. Because Morgan, have you?
yeah, I watched UK like years ago, and then I like fell off a little bit, and then I was brought back for the last season of USA, and then it's just really like when you're watching Love Island, that is a time commitment and a half. Like
You have to be tapped
you
in.
have to take PTO to stay caught up on that fucking show because I didn't realize it's every like 5 days. 5 days there's an hour-long episode, and then the rest of it you're just like thinking about what's going
Well,
on.
because the only one that's there Wednesdays. If you don't know anything about Love Island, it's literally every day except Wednesdays. There's no episode, and then there's one day that's After Sun, which you like don't really need to watch. It's like
all.
some BTS and interviews,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, they have K-pop groups on there.
Actually,
No,
No.
BTS.
oh.
but last week they did have like Amy Schumer.
No, Amy
Schumer.
fuck-ass
Fuck
Schumer.
that bitch.
Schumer.
Only way you're gonna be the funniest person on earth, the funniest woman on earth, is if everyone was dead.
It's
Amy Schumer.
Zionist
Like,
Island.
No,
Absolutely.
genuinely. Zion Island.
She had absolutely no vision,
What was
no
she doing
expertise.
there? What was she
just
talking about?
talking,
Just yapping.
just on there to say shit and be wrong.
Yeah, fill the space like Amy Schumer fucking does with her
No,
fucking
literally
voice.
fast forwarded through that very quickly. So
I haven't really watched any After Sun. I wait until the like clips go on TikTok and then I go from there because they can't be that important.
I just watched
No.
After Sun. Well, one, because I'm very fucking hungry for Love Island,
You're
and
yearning.
two, because the unseen bits of Amaya this season have been very
Oh
good.
yeah.
The unseen bits, that is
Okay.
like my queen.
I think
We
we
will-
should start with saying who is your favorite girl. You
Mhm.
have to pick
Okay.
one You have
Just
to pick
one.
one. You
Okay.
can elaborate later, and then you do have to pick a man.
Okay.
I think that's unfortunate that I have to pick a man
No,
because
for sure.
literally they had like on the app like the ranking. They're like rank the top.
Oh, you voted today.
Yeah.
Thank
I
God.
literally was like going through it and I was like, how am it's bad when I'm ranking
Wait,
all
what was
like
voting today?
it was like rank from least
During
to
the
worst,
day?
most genuine, yeah.
They opened a poll for like 2 hours, and they were like, "Vote now."
Yeah.
They sent that.
Was
the,
it?
like
Oh, I
push
gotta have my
notification in all
notifications on.
caps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
And I'm like, it's bad when I have 3 Casa boys in the top 3.
Exactly.
Like that is a bad season of Love Island when
No,
you have, when you're
it's
rooting for the
abysmal.
Casa boys.
It's truly abysmal. It's
Because Casa
horrendous.
boys in every other season are literally like the biggest duds on earth that literally you blink and they're gone and
Well,
you
these
don't
guys are
really-
also
Literally.
kind of well, okay.
They're
Well,
not duds.
Okay,
They're
so
leeches.
Camille, you start
Okay.
first. Who's your favorite woman and man?
Favorite girl, Amaya Papaya, all the way.
Yes,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course.
She's incredible. I've never seen a woman with that much like joy and whimsy on Love Island.
She looks like a baby deer.
Let me not say never, but she's incredible.
Yeah.
And
I love
all
how big
despite
her
it all.
emotions are. And also, she did have to grow on me after episode 1. So I
Yeah.
feel like she had her little moment. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, like, I'm not sure what we're going to get.
You're not
We
just
haven't seen
blindly
this
loving
before.
her.
But she's truly, like, one of a kind and, like, incredible.
Yeah.
I love to watch her.
No, I agree.
And
I would also say that Amaya is my favorite girl.
She's
Just like
amazing.
everything that comes out of her mouth. Like I'm just like,
Literally.
I just want to sit
She's
across
my
from her
one.
and
She's
hear.
my only moon on Earth.
yeah. She said,
Hopefully.
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 We don't know what's going on in
What's
space.
going on in space?
But she's my only moon.
we were watching that last night and we were dying fucking laughing because she was like,
Because there's only one moon on
Yeah.
Earth. I mean, hopefully you don't know what's going on in space.
and I'm like, that is so true. You really don't know what's going on all the way up in space.
No idea.
What's your favorite guy?
The silence. Truly.
Try your best.
If I had to
you
pick,
have to gun to your head.
and it's just blank right now, I'd have to
You're
say
dead. You're dead.
currently with his 4 words per episode, Pepe.
Oh yeah.
Pepe, he seems kind, and I almost feel bad for him that he's gonna go home and have been locked up in that villa for like 2 months
He got
and
nothing
think
from
that he
it.
got screen time
Yeah.
just to see that he didn't. And honestly, that's probably the only thing that's preserving him.
No, and,
Like, I have no faith in these men.
and the thing is, that's kind of like the best case scenario to go on Love Island and not be shown that
Literally.
much, because that just means you're not gonna come out of the island and have
With the hate
all
train.
this fucking like all these people talking about you and what you did and what you said. Pepe's just there and he's like, no,
literally
I wanna hang out.
one
He's
word
there
an
and
episode.
being faithful. Well, kind of faithful.
I would kind of.
His
I-
girl keeps getting sent home.
I would like to say that Pepe's my favorite, but because I haven't heard enough from him and I want to give somebody else who's a little more vocal a chance, I'm gonna say Zach, because he
yeah.
hasn't
Yeah.
done anything to make me dislike him, and I do love that he's making Amaya happy. I know that they're kind of like straying from each other a little bit right now. ... But what I've seen of them, I'm liking, and he does seem very like. I think he's the most honest of all of the men currently.
And like level-headed, even though you can't understand a goddamn
No,
word he's saying.
literally,
Yeah,
what
you-
are
yeah,
you-
yeah,
You're right, mate. Yeah, right. And you get right on in it, and then you fucking
No,
get right,
his
mate.
conver-
And
his
just
conversation
all
with-
we say.
keyboard.
His conversation with Alondria, I was like, she was like this. She did not understand a
She
goddamn
did
word
not
he was
respond
saying.
to him.
Well, why don't we just keep these vibes going?
Why don't we keep these good vibes going?
So for my girl, Amaya, most obviously, and then I really am liking Max.
Who's Max? You keep saying that,
This is-
Chris.
Oh, Chris.
He
I
has
was
called
there's
Chris.
too many of them.
He
There's
has called
too-
Chris
there's so
Max
many names.
3 times, and I'm like, I think that I missed
For
an
Love
episode.
Island, this is like the best I've done with the names, so I'm proud of myself. But yes, Chris, because even like we can get into the Huda of it all later, but
of it all.
anytime anyone in like comes to him and they have some sort of like issue or like they're feeling bad about something, he's actually like so present and so kind to like the furthest degree, just being like, I'm gonna be here for how you need. Will you
Right.
talk to me?
And
Will
Yeah,
you-
and he's not doing too much
Yeah.
either, being like talking about the other party. Like he's
No.
very just like, I'm gonna just, if you need to just talk about it.
Yeah.
He seems like very calm.
Right.
And I kind
Yeah.
of think it's because you know how in like movies
you're tall and
when there's a
hot.
giant, like the giant moves very slow. I think that might just be Chris.
Is it 6'8"? Is he
He's like
6'8"?
6'7" or 6'8".
Yeah.
God
The
damn.
side by side of him and Ace walking was so fucking funny. It looked like he was about to pick up Ace and burp him. Like them walk, like when production kept that clip in there for a good 15 seconds.
Oh yeah,
of them
they
walking,
let that run.
They were like, "You guys are gonna clip this, and we want you to talk about it."
That's the fun. We keep saying this about Amaya, but that she's getting the most screen time because we're just clipping her 24/7. Like, but everything she says is clippable.
Yeah,
Exactly.
she's just funny. Her doing a cartwheel and going,
We build you.
We build you.
her running and slipping on the grass just for no reason, like running around things. God, I love her.
That is my queen.
So yeah, those are my two favorites as of right now.
I think
Jaden.
I said it, Amaya and Zach.
Oh yeah.
But I think on Amaya, there's a lot to say about Amaya, but this is something that because I will watch this with a straight man, right? And I feel like especially, like maybe the straight men are growing on Amaya, but we can tell that even in the villa, like, because more people are starting to pick her. But people think she's stupid, right? That girl has been a nurse for 4 years. She's clearly not dumb. Okay, like,
And she's
also,
emotionally vulnerable. She's just expressing it in a way that you don't understand.
Exactly.
Yes, and it's like, oh, whether it's a speech impediment or like something. I think somebody maybe said it's an accent or like maybe English wasn't her first language. I don't know, but like because she's not like completely articulate with her words, it's not that she's dumb. It's just like it's not maybe coming out the right way. Like maybe her brain works faster than her mouth does. I know that that's the case for me. She is not dumb, and that's what pisses me off. Is guys just being like, oh, like she's so fucking
Right.
Shut up. God forbid she's whimsical and beautiful and smart and happy and has whimsy in her heart.
Speak on it. Because I would not know what tachycardic meant. So.
No.
No, and
literally.
when she was like in that same sentence, she was like, "I'm feeling tachycardic, like
she
I
goes,
have like
anxiety.
I have a lot of anxiety." I'm like, God, I love her so much. Saying tachycardic syllable for syllable, and then saying anxiety. I'm like, bitch, you're getting that $100,000.
Literally.
Even if I have to send it to you.
Nobody's fucking nobody's touching it but Amaya.
Drop Amaya Zelle. Like
What's your
we'll
Cash
just
App,
send it.
queen?
We could all give her so much money.
No,
I saw
seriously.
someone-
And we will. With
I
the
s-
brand deals she's gonna get when she gets out
Oh,
of this
yeah.
fucking villa.
Seriously.
Like with that face card and that personality, she's never go broke
Yesterday's
again.
episode when the guys were just staring at her and Elan and Chris were like, God, Amaya's so bad.
Exactly.
She's so fine because she is beautiful.
Mhm.
Her eyes, I've never seen. Somebody said that she looks like the Olsen twins as kids.
Yeah, no,
like
she
they're
does.
big, like
Initially, when I saw her, I thought she looked like one of the kid dragons from Shrek.
she look.
Like
Yes, she looks like the
kind of right.
What's that little creature from Horton Hears a Who?
Oh, with the big eyes.
Yeah,
The little ball fluff and the big eyes.
Yes.
Horton Hears.
I kind of thought for a second that she looked like Anxiety from Inside Out. Anxiety. Sorry.
Anxiety.
Anxiety from Inside
That's
Out.
the first thing when you look up Horton Hears a Who.
Chloe.
Clear.
Love her.
Katie.
Katie. Of course.
When she says,
I poop butterflies and rainbows.
That's literally
that's
also
Amaya.
like she's secured her fucking bag.
Yeah.
No social media handler. at
Dude,
all.
Oh yeah.
And
That's-
she's skyrocketed. I
Yeah.
can't wait for her to get out. Well, stay in there as long as you can, queen.
Yes.
But when the day comes,
It is also really crazy because when I think about like you go in, you win $100,000 if you come out. But like realistically, even like somebody like Hannah who came out semi recently and there's still like a week or so to go. The amount of money these people are going to make from brand deals, and it could just not even like long term. Like if you're not one of the top people, I don't think that the like fame is necessarily going to stick, but like the immediate eyes on these people, like they're going to make a good bag very,
Yeah.
very quickly.
no, it's insane. At this point, like they should just donate the $100K to charity.
Because what
Yeah.
the fuck? That's
So
just
once-
The
nothing.
money they're
The
about to
fact
get
that
is
that hasn't
crazy.
gone up, like I think next season there's no way it doesn't go up
Yeah.
because this is the most popular the U.S. has been, right?
Yeah. I saw someone's comment and was like, just give 50K to Amaya and the other 50K to like St. Jude's. Like just donate it.
Yeah.
Like carry on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Amaya is on top of the world and she's never going to go hungry again. She is going to be raking in the coins.
Do you think she's gonna keep nursing?
No.
I doubt it. No.
Yeah.
I feel like
Watch,
when-
people are probably talk shit about that though.
yeah.
They're gonna be like, oh, you used to care for people and now you're just working with Maybelline. Like God forbid.
Now you're in Givenchy.
Sorry that she doesn't
ad.
want to work 9 32-hour shifts a week.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's get into the the heart rate challenge, and I want to start this off by saying this is like butthole teasing island because the amount
This
of
is
like
Showhole Island.
yeah, it's show
Literally.
the way the camera is panning and staying
Into
on-
Shelly's butt.
onto Shelly's butt, and you can see like the precipice of butthole, like you can see the beginning of it all.
The
and
memory
I'm like,
of a butthole.
yeah, like I'm like, okay, yo, you can show that they look good in their panties.
Also, like
but
from far away, you still know what's going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't need to be all up in butthole.
like I don't want to see the beginning of anyone's butthole on Love Island. Like seriously,
We're in their lady gooch.
no. I'm
Especially
like,
with the, it's like it'd be one thing if they were wearing pants or like shorts. Like they're wearing G-strings.
yeah,
No, it's
like they
insane.
have this much room for air before they get the brownie fucking blue knot coming out.
The thing is, too, I know they have someone doing their waxes on the island.
For sure.
Oh,
Because nobody
yeah.
has razor burn. Not a one.
I need the wax.
Where is it? I
Yeah.
need the
honestly,
card.
Honestly, I'm pro Bush though, but you can't be pro Bush on Love Island.
No.
Unfortunately, I don't think they will
Why?
air.
Love Island
I don't
Bush
think they will
would,
air that.
yeah, Love Island Bush. They would probably take them back and execute them.
Love Island Bush.
Yeah, they're putting you in tights for the heart rate challenge.
So the boys specifically that gross me on out beyond compare
Gross me on.
just from walking around and wearing their stupid little costumes. Austin, he grosses me out to the like. I look at him and I feel repulsed.
His
and
head
him-
is so tall.
and like wearing
squished.
his gross little outfit. I was like, I'm gonna throw up if you shake your sticky little bones again. Like you're grossing me out. And then fucking Elan with his gay ass fucking arch back walk.
soldier.
Yeah, he's just like walking. He's like, I really like Sierra. No, you want dick in your butt. You want a whole entire dick in your butt and it coming in you too at that. And he's just tooted up, farting around. He grosses me out. And then TJ, Mr. Lip Filler, Republican, fucking I grew up in fucking yada, yada, yada. He grosses. He is the most boring man. He's rude.
Literally.
And everyone's like,
Also, let's
TJ.
honorable mention JD because get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my villa. I know
Oh,
he's
yeah.
gone now, but
if he was in the heart rate,
You sound very dominant right now.
yeah, if he
You're
was
being
in,
very dominant.
you're so dominant. I don't really. You do way too much.
if he was in the heart
You're
rate challenge, you
dominant
just have
right
to
now.
smile at the girls.
Yeah, literally.
and they'd be
Literally.
scared.
That's what
What's
Shelly
the-
was
That's why we
talking
lost
about.
the
She said you could have
challenge.
just said
The
boo.
TikTok. Yeah, you could have just said boo. That's how you get somebody. What's
No,
the
JD
Grinch?
could have done that. Literally.
Austin scares the fuck out of me, and he's like super racist Republican. So the thing is, more bad people keep showing their true colors and their hearts and their souls and their holes.
Yeah.
So Austin keeps getting on the back burner of needing to go and being the worst when like truly from the get go he's not a good guy. Also Jaden, hate hearing that every time. It's like when Austin's like, yeah, Jaden, and I'm like, her being like, yeah, I did a lot of research on everyone before I came in here, and then immediately goes for the fucking racist Trumpy.
Picked him.
Hey babe,
And
I know what you are.
let's just say they're the perfect group. They're the perfect couple. Let's send them out in their own canoe with a couple holes in it that will gradually fill and sink them. Because, oh my God, if I hear one more fucking conversation with them, we're like, yeah.
Wait, we need
I
Dylan.
just I really like hanging out with you.
I can't think of a single conversation that they've had.
No, I've watched. And they are like trying to give them screen time. Like they're trying with
I also
all their
don't know
might
why.
to put
Like-
them on the TV.
Get more Pepe, less Austin. I don't.
This is what I'm saying.
And her being like, I like kissing girls sometimes.
Oh,
and him
that
being
was-
like, score.
Because we've never
Oh
gave a fuck
my
about a day
God.
one and a Casa girl.
No.
And like they've just
We talked about this a little bit ago, but or was that yesterday? I don't know, whatever. How in the heart rate challenge, like, who was it that initially kissed Sierra?
I think it was everyone.
No, but somebody initially
I can't
kissed
even keep
Sierra,
track.
and it was like cute, fun, like hot, whatever. And then like Clark came, Jaden came, everyone's coming and just
wanted to
kissing
kiss
girls.
Sierra.
And it was like, yeah, Sierra specifically. And it was like, okay, like now it's just like, oh, like the guys think this is hot and this is
Right.
hot and this will win. And it's just like, ew.
The thing about
Come on.
performative bisexuality is if you're on a straight
Clock it.
show We need to cut it out.
Yeah.
Shelly and Sierra, I was cool with.
Right.
I was like, actually, honestly,
Because it's not
week
performative.
Week 1, I was saying, okay, Shelly and Sierra, got it.
Yeah.
Perfect, done. The seasons that have included a little bit of queer love, a little bit of will they, won't they even, have historically been the best seasons. And once I figured out that Shelly and Sierra would probably not be happening on my screen, that was about the same time the season started to go downhill for me, I'm going to be honest. And
Yeah,
I said
'cause
I would
have
get
fun with that.
bisexual today, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, nobody else is.
Was
so.
that realization when Nick would
Can't meet him
constantly be
halfway.
pigeonholing Sierra, being like, yeah, you're just like the girl, ...
Also-
I think I want to ...
Am I your
with
dream
you."
girl?
Am I your dream girl?
Him porn
and,
him.
and then she goes, basically, honey, ow. When also I was a little confused because with Sierra and Shelly's like little lovebird connection, I don't know. I feel like it's because Shelly like wouldn't even like look in Nick's direction. But when they pulled Iris and they said they were like, yeah, our dream 3-way or something like that, and I was like, really?
Shelly's right
Nothing
there.
against Iris. Like love her. I think she's super cool and sexy and fun. But I just know how I just don't see Sierra and Iris together. However,
Exactly.
didn't Nick raise Iris's the most, or vice versa?
Oh,
Right?
wait, I think you're
Yeah.
right.
T.
Yeah.
It's because he wanted a threesome bad,
Literally. The thing is, too, we know
He
that
wants-
Shelly is the best kisser.
for sure.
Oh,
We
yeah.
know that she's a freak, like in the best way possible.
Dude, when she had that leg up on Chris's shoulder. Okay, I think this is the time to talk about the Ace and Shelly debacle
Damn,
that's going. You say already? God, fuck.
damn. And I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so I sent you guys a TikTok. It was like not me agree, like rocking back and forth on the kitchen floor. Oh my God, am I agreeing with Ace?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. There's the and we will follow that. This will lead into the Huda and Shelly.
Right.
And this is coming out tomorrow, so it'll all be quite timeline right. But Ace, I do, unfortunately, and I have never once in this entire season agreed with one goddamn thing that man has said. However, it is a little double standard-esque because specifically, yes, he's kissing all the girls just as she is, boys, whatever. However, she was going back to the one person that she said to him she was going to explore a connection with. And that's where
Yeah.
it's like,
And I also think when Ace, he's not exploring with anybody else in the
No.
villa.
No.
So
the only
him-
one he would have been exploring with was Coco, and she's
him
gone.
kissing during the heart rate challenge, unfortunately, is not on the same level. And Shelly, I cannot forgive you for making me agree with Ace. That's honestly the worst part of the conversation.
It
It's the
is.
fact that I had to agree with Ace.
And I
Because she
never,
was just like
Shelly, I
going
could-
around in
no,
circles.
And I could have gotten over it had I not been agreeing with Ace.
literally.
No, worst case is believing a word that comes out of that man's mouth. Like
Literally.
he opens his mouth and you just are preparing for the biggest lie, the biggest like fucking I'm gonna pull the wool over your eyes.
Right. Or he's just going to lick his lips.
Yeah.
If he had just sat there and licked his lips,
That's,
Shelly would still be on my client list.
I'll never forgive
I'd be like, you know what?
I will
God
never
forbid.
forgive
God
you.
forbid.
It's just it could have been a much simpler conversation of both of them kind of being like, hey, it could have maybe locked them down a little bit more, you
Yeah.
know? Like it could have gone the direction of, hey, like that made us both uncomfortable.
Mhm.
Maybe we don't want to be
Yeah.
as like open and exploratory
Right. And
as we are.
I will say, it's Exploration Island right now.
Yeah.
I've never seen a heart rate challenge that freaked out. Honestly, seasons prior, they've kind of had a few people master the art of subtlety. They were going Belladasha.
shit.
On that. I don't need to kiss everyone.
I mean, period.
But this season, truly jaw on the
Well,
floor.
now I'm curious because now that Sierra and Nick are closed off, how does that work during a challenge? Like they don't kiss anybody else, or what's the deal?
I am curious because I feel like also like seasons prior, during a challenge, it's kind of like
Free
fair
for
game.
all?
Like
but
keep it
that's when
cute for
everyone gets
sure.
mad.
Keep it cute, but like, I don't know. I kind of feel like once you're at the point, like, well, typically, like,
Because what they
We're
do?
nearing
Can
the
they
end.
bow out? Because I feel like that can't.
Maybe they just go Peck City.
right. I feel like they're just a little bit more flirty.
That
you know?
show would I could never be on that show. That shit would have me rocking back and forth like, Huda, you're so valid. I don't know.
No,
Sorry, it's the BPD in me. I would go insane.
But like, I also think that usually by this point in the show, we're getting a little bit more like less kissing heavy, less spit milk in my mouth.
I love that.
We're usually
episode.
going a little bit more like deep and get to know me and tweet challenge and movie night.
I
and,
can't wait.
and I'm just like
Nicolandria at the fucking
Soul Ties.
I'm excited for those, but I also hope they throw in some plot twists because like I need to get a message into that villa. I need to get a few.
You're tweeting so many times.
I've
So many
been
times.
tweeting
Wait,
a
so
lot.
there's a tweet?
Yes.
Okay, explain that to
And
me because
they-
I've never seen this.
They air out basically. Okay. Let's take it to the top. People are tweeting this whole time. Production is watching.
Yeah.
They're bookmarking and saving the most nefarious tweets. Like, if you need to say something, get it off your chest because they're going to pull it up.
Is
I
it
will
tweet
say,
and movie night or they pick?
no. Tweet challenge is separate.
Okay.
And then movie night is separate. Like,
Okay.
they're different nights.
But we only
tweet
have like a week left. How is this?
It's we have 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Mhm.
It's been going on forever.
I've been a little bit concerned that, well, one, with this new challenge, the Islanders are standing on business. I'm like, I hope this isn't replacing the tweets challenge.
Yeah.
Because truly, like, I know there's been a lot of cyberbullying, but like, you have full control over what you're sending into that villa.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah, they're
stop.
not going to pull up.
They're like, stop bullying.
cyberbullying. I'm gonna show it at tweets night.
I'm gonna show you
I
the
have to show
scariest
the worst
message
thing that
about
you've
you
said,
and your
so-
body.
But usually tweets night is pretty good. Last season, I will say they picked like the worst tweets ever. Like them throwing in a tweet that was dragging Leah when we'd pretty unanimously decided at that point that she was a fan favorite, to be honest.
They just wanted to make
That
her
was
insecure.
like, yeah, they were trying to get in her head. For
No,
sure.
it's all
For
psychological torture. Like the challenges and what they decide to do is all like, we're going to make you as uncomfortable as possible
Well,
24/7.
In the editing, too.
Okay, I just thought of a new night they should add to Love Island. Blackout Island. And they can have as many drinks as they want and we just see what happens.
Isn't that what it was in the beginning? They didn't have a limit on drinks and it was like 2 messy boots.
I don't believe they did because the Islanders were getting a little fucked up.
They can only have 2 now?
Something like that. I don't know the specifics, but
That would not be fun for
it's
me.
not flowing there.
Jaden would start like grabbing potatoes from the fridge and squeezing them out to make vodka.
I'd start taking everybody else's cups and then they catch me on camera with a Nick cup.
Okay, speaking of Nick, I will say, yes, he's an annoying little brat, and he is being very wishy-washy with the Sierra situation. But I will say that this entire season, he's been one of the few people of all the people to sit in front of 8 men and be like, no, you're wrong. He's
Yeah.
done that multiple times, being like, no, so I think you're wrong in this situation because she just effectively communicated that and you're just not doing the same thing. And it's like, whoa, I haven't seen that in a group of straight men
Yeah.
sitting around and one of them being like, actually, no, bro, that
Hey,
wasn't
actually
fi.
don't believe.
That wasn't fi, bro.
Well, also him saying when they were sitting around voting on which boy and girl to stay, and he's sitting right next to Taylor, and Clark is sitting right there, and he looks at Clark and he goes, Clark, no offense, but you've only been here for like 2 days, and if Taylor changes his mind, like I want Landrias to be here.
He wanted Landry to be there.
I'm like, hey babe, you wanted that.
He
for
wanted that cookie.
Yeah.
He wanted that.
Both of them kissing each other out, like biting each other's lips, and then being like, yeah, we didn't feel anything.
There was
spark.
no spark.
I'm pretty sure there wasn't just a spark. There was a lightning
Also,
bolt for
I
both
was a
of them.
little bit
Venus and
surprised
vagina.
that
Really?
Sierra didn't, because after her conversation with Iris, when Iris was like, oh, you're a cool girl, and then she was kind of like, yeah, wait, what the hell? You know what? That is weird to me. But then
Right.
the next episode, like, nothing was said.
At all.
Like, nobody spoke a
'Cause
word.
yet again, if that was me, I would have been spinning the fucking block in that fucking villa.
Like, I do
There's no windows, but I'm airing it
I
out.
understand where she's coming
Like,
from
oh, you-
because it's like, oh, it's my friend and I trust them. But it's also
Right.
like, that's kind of worse, no?
Right. Oh, you couldn't get sleep when we were fucking? You're not going to sleep now, bitch.
You're never going to sleep. I got pots
Yeah,
and pans.
because
Like,
I
I'm
ain't get no sleep
sneaking-
because of you. Y'all are not going to get no sleep because of me.
No, because me personally, I'd be crawling into their fucking bed and like planting spiders from outside.
Open the screen
But that's just me.
doors. Get the skeeters. In
Exactly.
I also want to talk about the dialect of this season and the way they all must have seen the what the helly sound probably
Oh,
at
yeah.
least 120 times the
Right
day before they went into
in.
quarantine because Why are you all saying it about any situation? What the hell? Time
We
with
should
no
show them
phones?
one meme a week.
No, literally. I'm like, open your imagination, please,
But
God.
the thing is, it's getting more and more evident because, I mean, obviously, like, the Islanders were much older than I was when I started watching Love Island. But now, I'm like, okay, we're
Yeah,
neck and neck.
Yeah, 21.
I'm not
Vanna,
old.
Vanna's 21.
Yeah.
She's 22.
Ace is 22.
Finding out that Ace was a COVID high schooler is
No, sickening.
fucking insane. And I'm like, it makes sense that you're saying, what the hell? I'm surprised I wasn't going to toilet drop.
Me too, Loki. It makes-
Austin loves that shit, too.
No, yeah. Him laying on his chest. I'm surprised he's not laying on his chest looking at his fucking Love Island phone looking for any fucking YouTube poop to watch.
Is it true that they can listen to an hour of music?
Oh, is that true?
I heard that, but also I'm like, old stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Couldn't be new.
I would
right?
lose my mind.
Coming
writing
out-
songs,
coming-
writing songs to get them into Love
Coming
Island.
out of a month and a half, 2 months of being like secluded from the entire world. Number one, they don't know that we bombed Iran, and I think that's a really important
insane.
part.
Yeah.
Number two, they don't know about any new song releases. They don't know about like any of the memes, as we're saying. Like they don't know anything. Like they have to come back and really, they're gonna spend a lot of time on their
There's a
phone.
lot of time to catch up.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
and
like last season they
the-
didn't know that Trump almost got assassinated, and I think that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
And
Obviously
literally,
not,
like,
not funny.
at all. Not funny at all.
I don't think that's funny actually.
Every
I don't
episode,
think-
I wish.
I don't think
Whatever.
that
However.
that unsafe situation was funny at all.
It was really sad that the Islanders didn't know that Trump almost got assassinated.
Yeah.
I felt really bad for them.
They could have cheered for joy.
So I want them to open their imagination to maybe coming up with a new phrase for themselves. And
They
me
could start a meme themselves in there.
and Camille were talking about this yesterday because there has also been like online a little discourse about if there could be a gay guy Love Island. And my first off the rip interpretation of how a gay guy Love Island could work is the guys have to be caged, which I mean, like, you know, like there's like the down there cage men have and they're like locked up. And then
Chastity belts.
and then I was thinking, I was like, okay, I don't think a cage, if all of them are caged, that would be doing enough. I think they also need a cork or something in place to
So
stop.
no fingers?
Yeah, because fingers would get active if they do not have a plan in
A
place.
cork in
It's
a
true.
cage. Cork and cage island.
Like they have to go to bed and they are wearing like a full-on fucking strap down, like a straight jacket. Like you cannot do anything
Right.
because you put how many 12 men in one room who are all sexy. And then I was thinking what could maybe work is if the gay men had a lesbian handler that slept in the same bed as them to make sure that they didn't get up into any nighttime proclivities or else they would be penalized.
I have penalized. I have also a thing that I
Big
think
like
would
that.
make Gay Love Island not work very well is because the fun provocative nature of the show is like, oh my god, they're having sex under the sheets, like they're having like they don't really have a place to go to have sex besides like in the sheet, right? Like where we're at now. However, if it was like a lesbian Love Island, if it was a gay Love Island, like I guess they could start. I mean, it's kind of gets spooky there because like you get naked when you come out of the shower and they can't really show that, but like you can fuck in the shower because you're in like now you're in like it's like co-ed,
yeah.
especially
And
bisexual.
everyone would just-
Bisexual Island.
Bisexual Island
Give
would
it
be
to me now.
insane.
Give it to me now.
I actually need that very badly.
Dude,
I'll
'cause
go on there.
also-
I'll act like I can have sex
Right.
with women.
I'll pretend.
And then I'll walk in with the exact same outfit that Alandria walked in on her bombshell night. And people will be like, wait, that guy's into girls? And I'll be like, maybe.
Dylan,
For clout.
if there's a bisexual Love Island and it starts, can I dump you and go on?
Oh.
You can go on
Said
too.
if-
You just have to get comfortable with a lot of things.
He said if he has a chance to come back, like to win me back, but you would have to start. You would have.
to be a bombshell, but I'd have to start like lifting.
No,
No, you'd have to
start-
start
boys.
being with
You
men.
start to lifting penises.
Yeah,
You have to-
it's fully
If
by.
I could get you back, I'd suck a few.
You'd suck a few. And
Oh
if
my
I
god,
was,
he
and
said
if
he'd
I was
suck
there,
a few for me.
and if I was there and you had to get through me to get to Jaden, what would you do?
Easy, he'd do it for sure.
Why would I have to get through?
Oh.
Why couldn't I just stay there?
Oh.
Hey.
Dylan said he's just gonna
Dylan,
keep
you wanna
it in.
now that
Dylan's
you're
ready
here?
for
Do you want to do
Exploration
your?
Yeah.
Dylan has a really good. Come here. Dylan has a really good Austin impression, and I want him to do it for you guys.
You know, I really like Jaden. I really want to explore this connection, you know, because we have a lot in common, and she's a very intellectually driven girl, and I'm very excited on where this is gonna take us, and I don't have herpes on my lip. It's a shaving accident. And she's a really fun girl, and I like her more than Amaya. Me and Amaya just didn't have a lot in common, you know.
That was really good.
Thank you, Austin.
Thank you, Austin,
you,
for coming in
Austin.
and doing
Thank
a
you.
testimonial.
I'd like to explore our connection more. Thank you.
With me?
No, the podcast.
Oh, you're done. Get out. Love you, babe. Don't call me babe.
Don't call me babe. Okay,
Sorry.
let's get into the Houdincident.
Who the crane?
Wait. Jaden, hold Camille's glass. I want to try and do the Huda cane.
Oh my God, yes.
I said I'm getting bisexual tonight. And I am bisexual right now. I'm feeling very bisexual. Welcome to Soul Ties. Soul Ties is crazy right now. They're both Huda-caning. And it's really good. They would have just put that in black and white with our toes peeking out the sheets from what I just saw, by the way.
Oh,
We're in
wow.
night vision right now, and I am in it.
You are in it to win it, and you won it, girl.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God. Well, she's got that move down pat, because that was like mental gymnastics for me. Okay, so the Huda incident. So there's many discrepancies about what's going on, and if production cut out her shaking poon and fucking ass on his nose, which I think is most likely the case that she did that.
Yeah.
Which, yes, is like, hey, so Chris and Shelly are up and they're fully almost sat down. Maybe don't do that. My thought of maybe why she was, if Huda was in this mind space of being like kind of jealous that Shelly wants to still explore that connection with Chris and vice versa, she's going to be like, well, I'm going to do this to your man.
Get her fucking lick back.
Yeah.
Also, she could have just been in the zone.
True.
I don't know the flow state. I personally haven't experienced.
I don't know the flow state of a heart rate challenge, but we're going to try and figure
Right.
it out.
I'd assume it's intense.
Hey guys, are 10 of our friends free for a heart rate challenge tonight? We just want to see what it's about. We want to see what happens when we're put into that space.
So, also, before I go forward, I want to say to the Huda stands, if I say anything incorrect, I'm not being serious. It's just I'm rage baiting. And if you agree with what I'm saying, then I'm being completely honest and serious. Please don't jump me. I do believe that if I were Shelly, I would have popped off a little. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, this was the most freaked out heart rate challenge I've ever seen in my life already.
Yeah.
And like, imagine your best friend, maybe not best friend, your friend is the baddest bitch you've ever seen in your
You only have a few
life.
to choose from
Yeah.
in there.
And she's shaking her big ass butt in your partner's face.
Here's my thing. It's not even about like
It's like
the humping and the humping dumping, like the grinding, pussy in face. Puss in face. I know they cut that out. I know they
Yeah.
cut that out because it was pussy in face, about to be pussy in face, and then standing. I
Yeah.
know you put your pussy in his face, and I know
Right.
because there's no way that every single person in that villa would be like, she went too far. Granted, maybe they have a little vendetta against her and like a little less patience for her because of previous, right? But I saw it. I saw it. You saw it too.
all. No, yeah. There wasn't it wasn't a nice cohesive her turning around and getting up. It was her turning around to continue emotion.
Yeah, and
while
then
Shelly
just-
and Chris are literally walking away and she's like,
And then
What?
just standing. And also, like, she's been on her best behavior the last few episodes. Like, I've been very proud. And, like, the way that she handled the conversation with JD, he was so out of line and so insane.
Yeah.
And she, like, fully was just like, okay, find someone who's submissive then.
Right.
Good talk. And just got up and left.
lost the challenge.
And I've got to give her 9.5s for that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But hey, I mean, but then again, it's the whole like everyone always to her just being like, it's just a challenge, and then her being like, hey, it's just a challenge, and then them being like,
But then that does raise the question of if it's just a challenge, if they're telling her it's just a challenge, she takes them very seriously.
right.
Yeah.
So then you're not holding yourself to the same standard.
So fair and so real.
Unfortunately.
So fair, so real.
Yeah, because in each challenge, like when you're saying like this might just be the most freaked out season in general, especially mainly challenges wise, because I've watched an okay amount of Love Island. I won't say that I'm the connoisseur,
Yeah.
but I do not remember like girls putting nose on penis over shorts, like licking the tip and going up a body. Like I remember, like what I remember is keeping it cute, a little stomach,
Right.
a little tease,
Yeah,
but like full on.
neck.
We've seen a bit, but usually it is reserved for the ones that you want.
Like,
Yeah,
well, you want them then, huh?
Yeah.
You want me, huh?
Exactly.
I want to do the heart rate
But-
challenge right now with Camille and Jaden. We
And
all
that's
go.
what I came here for.
I'll put my aura ring on both of you.
I'm sitting here podcast mic'd up. I'm just waiting for the heart rate challenge to start. I thought that they told me that was what we were doing today. So
My song
We
I
like-
would have them play is Sweet Caroline,
Oh my god.
Mhm.
and I'd be a baseball player, but just my butt's cut out.
If you had pick a costume for that night.
I think I'd just wear what Alandria was wearing.
Her little.
To be
She
honest.
was,
The
she
flight
was a sailor.
attendant?
She
No,
was a
she-
flight
Flight
attendant.
No, that was Alandria.
Yeah, you just said Alondria.
What's Andrina?
Andreina.
Andrina.
Wait, who
She
was,
was
the
a
sailor?
sailor. Andreina.
Andrina.
And Alandria was the.
The flight attendant.
Was a flight attendant.
Yes.
I think I would want
Also-
to be Stitch.
You just frown.
I'm in the heart rate challenge as the Joker.
Wait, what's your thing that you do?
What? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the Joker, baby.
My heart rate's up. I'm scared. I'm really
scared.
Alandria, I love you, girl. You are
That's
the most
my fucking queen.
gorgeous woman on the whole planet Earth.
She's so
You-
beautiful.
She needs to get the eternal sunshine of a spotless mind for fucking Taylor, because
Literally.
that bum
She has to give it
motherfucker.
up. It's kind of getting embarrassing.
Yeah, I'm like,
and she's not an embarrassing woman. She is
No.
a strong-headed, very she is the fucking most calm, cool, and collected bitch in the fucking house. And she don't go back.
no, and she's like in her testimonials, kind of being like, Taylor was, I feel like he was feeling it, and he's like this. That man wanted you dead
didn't want
from the
her.
beginning, and it's because he is a loser. It literally
Yeah, it
is
has
not
nothing to
because
do with
it is
her.
a baseless. Because at the end of the day, Alandria, a fucking course, but Taylor is just—he's a loser.
Yeah.
He has an ape
Clearly.
shall not kill.
Agree.
He has a Planet of the Apes chess piece
To be
on
fair,
his
literally
chest.
what?
it's a frat reference.
I don't get it. And why?
That's
That's
worse.
worse.
Yeah, no. He was in a Divine Nine, like historically black fraternity.
Oh, okay.
He's a nuke.
Well, shut up.
It's
Sorry.
their thing.
Well, shut up.
their
I'm so
thing.
sorry.
So I love the tattoo he has.
I really like
was
that.
amazing.
No, it's
I'm not
good.
defending the tattoo. I'm just saying why it's there.
Camille's like, actually, it's like a really good historical
actually-
reference.
One could argue that the historically black fraternity using it. Never mind.
Okay, but we should just talk about the tattoos in the villa in general.
Pepe's Joker tattoo.
No, Pepe is. When I did the voting today, he was my top one because I just like the man. He's very calm and very nice and very considerate and just consistent. That's a lot of things that are missing in this show is like consistency. You can see someone having a kind moment and like maybe a moment of like actual Love Island, but then the next fucking moment they're like,
Acting a fool.
I've never actually liked them. I'm just waiting for someone to turn
Well,
my
I
head.
really do respect him too for like Andrina's one of the baddest bitches in the villa, and she
World.
like
Asterisk world.
sorry. No, genuinely, when I saw her, and I said this to Dylan, I was like, I think that's one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. He goes, in your life? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
It was like quite unanimous on social media.
Every
Yes.
single, I shit you not, my jaw was on the floor, and like that, my jaw was on the, my fucking eyes, I blown away. But the fact that Pepe and this is nothing against Grayson. We haven't really heard a lot from her, seen a lot from her. I have no beef towards Grayson, but just like seeing Andrina, it's like crazy. And when she was like, yeah, I just got friend zoned. I don't think that's ever happened to me before.
No, literally.
Like, damn.
Okay,
We need to kill him.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
think
I
we
love
should-
Pepe.
Yeah.
me too. But the Joker tattoo, okay, I want to know, like,
What
is it a specification before you can get cast on Love Island that you have the most
Chop
god-awful
tattoos
the
in
most
the world.
god-awful tattoos you've ever seen in your entire life? Ace having his name tattooed across his entire back.
So weird.
And did you know, I saw a girl's TikTok that was like, I went to middle school with him. She was like, so, Alan, if you see this, hi. Alan. That could be misinformation, but I feel like it's not, because I feel like he's just an Alan. He's an Alan in Ace clothing.
Dude.
I
Alan-
haven't even gotten
Alan, come out.
Austin's tattoos.
Alan, come on out.
Austin's take the fucking cake.
I
Oh,
haven't
the
even
girl,
really
the
looked.
girl with the
A
milkshake.
girl
My
with her
milkshake
titties
bring
out,
my milkshake bring all the
having a
boys to the
have-
yard.
Yeah, having a milkshake, and then he has a really weird blown out heart that says mom, and it looks like it was probably done in like a basement of a
By
frat
his
house.
mom.
And then he has two angels, one with a bow and arrow, and the other with an AK-47.
Oh my.
Oh my fucking
My
God.
two loves, guns and bitches.
And I'm honestly shocked by the amount of women that he's been able to pull, like a steady
I feel like
stream.
I feel like they have tattoo blindness. They are giving the girls contacts
They must.
before
Okay,
they go
fair,
into the
fair
villa,
enough, though.
and they're getting tattoo
like,
blindness.
I clocked the tattoos one time, like when I really went to look at them
Yeah.
because people were talking about them. During, like, when I actually watch it, I just don't see them unless Ace is shirtless and he's turned around and he's walking next to 6'8" Chris.
Yeah.
I just don't see them. Like, I
No.
feel like when you have that many tattoos that are that aggressive and that big, they blend together to
Right.
me.
And to be fair, aces are well done.
Yes.
They are very
gorgeous.
well done.
His tattoos don't bother me, but the whole name on your back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of big.
The Joker tattoo on Pepe, like, babe.
What? What if you press it and it does that? It's like a press to play like toy you at the store.
What about the sniff? What does it smell like?
I'd scratch and sniff Pepe. I'll say it. God damn. So I also think bing 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 another challenge that they need to do on Love Island is they just throw the box We're Not Really Strangers in there at this point, because none of them
They
have
don't
made
know each other.
None of them have
Dude,
made
Olandria and Taylor's last conversation before she went into Casa, they were talking about, it was like, what's your favorite fruit? Like, I really like grapes. And then she was like, our connection was so strong. Like,
No, and that was like Sierra in the last night's episode talking about them going on their date, and like the conversation was just so good, and him being like, "This is just a 1% of all the percentages this will have."
We all turn our TVs off and we're like, yep, they're the best Islanders. They're the most intelligent.
They're like, we had the deepest conversation we've ever seen. I also feel like the editors are doing that on purpose, where they're making them look like actual fucking dumbasses,
they're
being
trying
like,
to make everyone look dumb. I mean, like, maybe they are, but holy shit.
three
right.
people can get on a podcast and talk about it for an hour as free promo to podcast.
Yeah, literally free promo. Fuck you guys. Actually, guys, this episode is sponsored by Love Island
Season 7. And when me and Jaden walk in as the new host next year,
Yeah, but it's gonna be us in a trench coat.
and it keeps switching off, like one of us is on top.
And then, but Ariana's also on the top the whole time, though.
So she's just fording down our neck.
So Ariana's actually gonna get really tall next season.
12 foot Ariana.
Into Sevilla.
Okay, the announcer has also the
He's
Ian
funny
Stern.
as fuck.
When
When he's
Ian
talking
Stern.
about Dora.
No, yeah. He was like, I can't believe I have to keep exploring.
Or, okay, this was fucked up though when he was like, and Jeremiah's the waiter. And then
I
he
stood.
was gone. I stood. Dude, that was fucked up and mean.
So Jeremiah is,
He grew on me once he left.
Right.
I can't say the same. He
Really?
is one of the hottest people.
No,
that
I
they've
think
had,
he is the hottest man that was and still is
but
on that show.
he freaks me the fuck
Bro,
out.
he
He's a
looks
little
like
scary.
he looks like what's his name from
Shamarless.
God, that man is so fucking fine.
He is, but
Like,
he
no, they're-
freaks me out. Like,
Sure.
I feel like I'd be like, oh, you're hot, and then I get in front of him and be like, whoa.
No,
you need to
He
back.
said a book
It's
club would be
something-
so tough.
It's something about the permanent strong brow.
He always looks
You
like a
either
little
think
rough.
it's very attractive
rustled and
or it's like
ruffled.
startling.
Yeah, he doesn't startle me. He never startled me. Honestly, if anything, it was more just like, oh.
Yeah.
But to like a point where it gets kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
aw.
And the fact I was getting so annoyed. You just kissed you just kissed a beautiful woman and you are saying that was fi. No.
Type shit.
Every no.
Dude, okay,
Making
but
out with a girl and saying type
Jeremiah,
shit.
if Jeremiah stayed in, I think that him and Andrina would have
They-
taken it to the moon.
Yeah.
No, they would have fucking won.
Yes.
And
Someone
Ace,
comment.
Ace said no fucking
Yeah, he
way.
said not
No.
in my villa.
Not here, not now.
I'm
Not
like
in my villa.
Ace is like I'm on the Jennifer Hudson show, but I want that $100,000.
You know what sucks though? Like if Shelly would get with Chris, if she would stick to that, they would win.
Yeah.
Because everyone's riding for Shelly. Shelly's never gonna win with Ace because everyone fucking hates his guts.
Yeah.
Jump ship.
Jump ship,
Shelly, if you're
bitch.
hearing this.
Shelly, if you're hearing this, jump ship. Okay, guys, do we have any last words before we go on to our media? Which, honestly, at this point, you guys might not even want to fucking hear it. But
Yeah.
I maybe you'd want to hear Camille's. Mine's pretty much the same.
Lubral. I think closing notes. This me and Camille were texting about it earlier. This is just hate island. Everyone is like 1 second away from being
No
baddies.
fucking love.
Yeah.
No love.
No Love Island.
Like they're about to throw their boxing gloves in a helicopter and then fly away
'Cause
and
at
have the
this
cameras
point-
rolling.
I just need them to start swinging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we're getting there. I feel like we're damn
could be missing
damn near.
something.
Yeah. Also, another
now.
closing note. Another closing note of mine is the bullying on
The bully.
the bullying online is really insane.
Yeah.
And you grown ass fucking adults need to get a grip. Like actually get a grip because as much as you are seeing these people on your TV every single day for an hour and a half a day, you don't know these people. You do not get to, like, sure, have your opinions, be angry about a situation that happened, but talking about the way that people look and it's one thing also to sit in a room with your friends while you're watching the show and talk shit, but to get onto their own personal pages and just absolutely degrade them and get so nasty for them to see, like, hey, people kill themselves. I need you to remember that. Like,
Yeah.
you're a grown-ass fucking adult and just put yourself in their shoes. Like, yes, are they making the decision to go on that show and put themselves in the limelight? Absolutely. But that doesn't mean that it's grounds to be, like, bullied to the fucking nine. Like, it is really nasty. And just, you're an adult. Don't do that. Like, it's really mean. Have your
And,
opinions
like,
with your
it gets
friends.
to a
Talk your
point.
shit. It gets to a point.
And Keke Palmer once said, bring back gossiping within the privacy of your own home.
Yes.
Don't do it in the comments.
No,
we say
it's,
on the podcast.
yeah, gossip on the podcast.
We didn't say anything really bad about people that weren't Republicans.
Yeah, no, fuck you, Austin. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, it's just genuinely, hey, be fucking kind. Like, talk
Hey, no.
talk shit with your friends, whatever. But like, you don't know these people. Like, you cannot like the way somebody looks or whatever. But hey, look within because
Yeah, because that has a lingering
it has
effect
a lot
on them.
has a lot more to do with you than it does with them. Because you don't know these people, they're not affecting your day-to-day life. Like, maybe if you're that tapped into Love Island that they're really making you angry and affecting you, go outside, touch some grass, leave them alone.
Every looks related tweet should include a selfie.
I agree.
Yes. Legally, your camera unlocked, snap, posted.
Yeah,
Like,
as
at that
in the
moment,
position you're in.
It's like this confident. I've never seen Botox
Right.
worse.
And then they also
And they're
get
wearing a
your own
fedora.
face.
It's everyone's just getting Love Island cameras in their houses for every single moment.
Okay,
So, okay, for my media, Love Island, I did some nature outside of nature this weekend, and I was on a two-day brain spiral. So my
you
media.
want to tell them what it was?
Oh, I took the shrooms that make you chopped. And for 2 days straight, I was actually fighting for my life. And there was actually nothing that could go in or out of my brain because it was coming up with narratives and ideas you'd never even thought of, but only bad ones.
But it was only the little kid from fucking Polar Express.
No, literally. You're chopped. You're chopped. Did you know you're chopped? Yeah, dude, I do. I have a mirror. I'm looking in it, and I tried shaving, and I tried washing my hair, and nothing fucking changed. I was still fucking chopped.
You look
I
really
get
hot
it.
today, though.
Because I'm Andrina. And then, so that there's literally no media outside of that. I had to come to Jaden's and sit outside with my headphones on, away from them even. I just need to sit somewhere around
I didn't see him
people.
at all yesterday, but he was at my house all day.
Literally, I was like, I'm coming over to hang out, but with myself and my thoughts, and we're gonna air this bitch out. We're literally I put on the fisticuffs for myself and beat myself up until it came out. So that's my media. My media was 2 days of purgatory.
Camille.
Yay! TV shows I'm watching is Love Island.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, of course.
I've been watching a lot of Love Island music. Ooh, I just made a new July playlist.
Okay. Link it.
Link in bio to the new Camille Hobson Spotify July 2025 playlist.
Camille does have a very, very good music taste.
Yeah.
So
She's the curator.
News to me, but I didn't know this until yesterday. But Camille got a new car, and
I did.
unbeknownst to me, okay, I didn't know. But last time I was in Camille's car, she had cassette tapes, but they were all curated quite incredibly. So I've always known she's got, because she had it physically as well.
Big physical media girl.
Yeah.
When you drive a 2002 Toyota Camry, you have to be. Turns out.
So what came first, the physical media or the need for it?
You don't play any games?
With the
Love Island games.
Except for the lesbians, the hearts of the lesbians in the greater Los Angeles County.
Yeah.
No, I'm single and vulnerable.
Vulnerable.
As I've seen my beautiful Camille curled up in a ball in the corner of her apartment way too much.
No, you haven't.
No, you fucking haven't.
No, you haven't.
Someone grab her heart and take her to the moon for us, Riley.
Take it to the moon, Riley.
If it comes with 100K.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll
You
give
never
you-
know.
I'll give her 100K.
Camille's Instagram is Camille Hobson. You should all dive
Guys, oh
deep
yeah,
into her.
Camille is single and super sexy and ready to mingle. Camille mingles single, ready to mingle. Camille mingles, ready to mingle.
Podcast episode just pimping me out. She gets no hoes.
No, this is becoming Love Island.
Guys, so you're gonna win $100,000 if you DM Camille on Instagram. Yes, I'm also watching Love Island. Still watching Desperate Housewives. I'm in the end of season 7, in season 8. So I'm very close to the end. So I promise after, probably maybe not the next episode, but the episode after this, I'll probably have a new show that I'm talking about. Music. I've been loving Lorde. Recently, I've been listening. New album. I've been listening to a lot of that. Games. I did get back on my Mario Party recently.
I think that closes out our very special and very honed in and professional episode of Love Island, the deeper diving with Camille Hobson, the specialist. Worth the wait. We love you all so much. Thank you for coming.
We love
again.
you.
We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week.
Thank you for having me.
Woo!